Hi, so I'm trying to organize some time projections so we can actually see what's going to happen in the market. So as far as events go, like if we actually take a look at the calendar for the market, the big event tomorrow is going to be, and you probably already know about this, is that we have the FOMC minutes at, let's see, we got 2 o'clock. So Federal Open Market Committee, and they're going to talk about like new policy and perhaps not changing new policy. So that could have a potential effect on the overall market, whether they decide to start something or to not do something. Just and also hearing their views of the economy as a whole. Okay, so besides that, next important thing would I guess would be like the PPI and CPI and consumer sentiment. But that's going to be the next event on our plate. So I'm looking at the 5-day by 5-minute chart here. I'm trying to get some key pivot points. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this from the high on July 3rd, which was the 11:30 a.m. pivot, which we predicted a week before. Remember we said it was going to be the high of something? Cool story. Okay, so we have that, and this one actually predicted this low pretty darn closely. So we are only about maybe 5 minutes off from the actual low. So that actually works pretty well. Is it showing us anything in the future though? Honestly, it doesn't look like it. Like next pivot would be end of July 16th. So we're going to pretty much disregard that. We're talking about short-term forecasts right now. So I'm going to instead move it to the major low before we start correcting upward, which is right there. Okay, so this one actually did pretty darn well. So you see it called this pivot here, this pivot here, this pivot right here. This one was a blip, I guess. And then it's showing the next pivot is going to be tomorrow at, we got about 10:20 a.m. So I'm going to remember that, because what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take one more, and I'm going to take it from the very top of this movement, right at this top here, and I'm going to change its color, and we have green. So the key thing that I want you to notice is that with this pivot line and this pivot bracket too, they're both giving us some sort of pivot around like 10:15, 10:20 a.m. tomorrow morning. So the last one, and that was according to this one right here, it gave us our pivot, if I move that to the high, gave us our pivot right on time right here, and that was an upward pivot. So the idea now is to say if we open and we start rallying into this 10:15, 10:20 area, that means that we're going to start declining hard. But if we open and we are declining into that area, that means that we're going to get rallies after that. And then actually the next pivot is the same exact day around 2:45 p.m. So we'll see what actually happens. Now as far as retracements go, like if tomorrow we do see a rally, the most immediate retracement is going to be around, let's see, we can do anything up to 1352 on the S&P. So there's still room for a rally, but it's all going to be contingent on where the market is, the direction it's going into this pivot tomorrow. Alright, so that's the next thing that we're looking at short term. Long term, well, see my last post on the channel breakout. Things are going to get pretty bad pretty quickly. Alright, thanks for watching.